Well, I think we've been given this fantastic opportunity, really a unique opportunity since the printing press, to have a voice, to take back telling our own stories, to share our stories, and to use that, I think, to make the world a better place. Now, a lot of the time at the moment, people are finding their way into the web through Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and playing with it, really. Yes, it's great to connect and be sociable, but the purpose that they can use the tools to, I think, could be greater. And I think people are beginning to realise this, that there are all sorts of citizen groups growing up who are connecting, sharing ideas, and using these platforms to achieve some really wonderful things. Well, I think, I deployed these tools inside a big organisation in the past, and so I think the opportunity there is for far greater efficiency and effectiveness, because let's face it, large bureaucracies burden their organisations with all sorts of processes and procedures, and people get very busy doing things that actually don't move things forward. Once you deploy these tools inside an organisation, then the informal networks can begin to operate, and people can find each other, they can connect, they can help each other, and they can avoid an awful lot of the unnecessary innovation. Outwardly facing, at the moment, social media has been sort of taken over by the marketing community and really not adopted the essence of it, if you like. It's like marketing 2.0. It's not real conversations between real people. So some of my big corporate clients have realized that over the last 2 years, they maybe paid an agency to do social media, to tick the digital box. Now they're realizing, A, it's more complicated than that, because some of them have been burnt by that experience, but also because there's a greater opportunity. So they're listening when I'm saying, if you were able to make your clever, committed staff visible to the outside and build connections and networks to the outside, then that's how you build a great brand. I don't think it's too late. I think the timescales of this are interesting. People think it's happening very quickly, but I realized, for instance, the other day that I've been in LinkedIn for 9 years, I've been blogging for 12. These are quite long timescales, and I think we're also at the very start of something which will be very big. And somebody asked me recently how long I thought it would take for the full consequences to become apparent, and I said 50 years. And they were surprised. I said, no, we've had the internet for 30 years, we've had the web for 20, most people still really don't understand what it's all about. So I think the organisational pressures are increasing. Staff coming into the organisation are growing up with these platforms. Customers are talking about products. There's an increasing pressure on companies to at least understand what's going on and hopefully engage with it. It's at a very low level initially, but it's the basic thing of being able to ask a large group of people, how do I do this? Where do I find this? Has somebody done this before? And you very quickly get an accumulation of that day-to-day benefit, which becomes indispensable to people. And once you have that, you then begin to take on the bigger questions, cultural questions, strategic questions. Once people learn that they have this platform and that they've built a network and some trust, then they become much more willing to engage with some very serious topics.